അച്ഛന്മാരെ ശരിയായി തോന്നുന്നു. ഇന്ന് പറ്റ ക്വാളിറ്റി പോയല്ലോ. വാലോ ഉണ്ടാ? വാലോ ഇപ്പൊ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് രാത്രിയാവും. ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്, ഇതൊന്ന് റെഡി ആക്കട്ടെ കേട്ടോ. ക്വാളിറ്റി ഇച്ചിരി കുറവുണ്ടല്ലോ, അത് ശരിയാക്കാം. അടുത്തതിന് ശരിയാക്കാം. ഇത് വെള്ളം കുടിച്ചിട്ട് വരാം കേട്ടോ, വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യണേ. Cucucuculi power house.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. As you can see, we've already started here. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Messi. No way through. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Cantona. He's picked his way through. Eto'o. And a chance! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He can run onto that. He's beaten the last chance, surely! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Borussia Dortmund grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Cannavaro makes the interception. Now it's Cantona. Well-timed, excellent interception. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And here's Eto'o. Great ball, and he's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cantona actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Bayer Leverkusen with the corner, there first. And that was very necessary.
Hello, bro.
Played out wide. Neymar. Well, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Messi! Goal! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Bayer Leverkusen get themselves into the lead. It's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, well played, well played. And they've got rid. Spread out to the left. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen
the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And the game has already resumed here. Now it's Cantona. Camavinga. Messi. Gerrard, the man we've all come to watch. And it's Messi. Just no time to dwell on the ball there.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Messi. And Messi! And he's quick to get it clear again. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Camavinga. To Gerrard. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Gerrard. 60 minutes played. Great chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't
ബൈക്കിൽ
ask
വെച്ച്
for much
കുറവായിരിക്കും
more than that.
ജലദോഷമായതുകൊണ്ടാവും.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Punched away. He's going for goal. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It's a promising position. He rises! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Borussia Dortmund really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope.
Shapes to shoot!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Looking for options for movement. Pirlo picks it up out wide, swings it across, and he's taking no chances there. Quality ball. Chance here to counter. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And this is Eto'o. Cantona, he's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Messi! He's got a goal! They're back within reach! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Rijkaard.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Looking for the run. That looks a decent ball. He has a look up. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Bastoni gets good distance on it. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round.
Volunteers for each block.
Cantona
Please
claiming the man
report
of
to
the match
staff room
award,
immediately.
and there is very little room for argument.
വിളിച്ച് ചെറിയ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
അടുത്ത സ്ട്രീമിൽ ശരിയാക്കാം. കറക്റ്റാവാൻ പോണില്ല. ഇനിയിപ്പോ ഇത് മാറ്റി മറ്റേതാക്കേണ്ടി വരും. എന്നാ കുറച്ചൊക്കെ ശബ്ദം ഉണ്ടാവും. ഹലോ ഹലോ. പ്രൊസീഡ്. ഇതാകുമ്പോ ഈ കാറ്റും മടലിന്റെ ഒച്ചയൊക്കെ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി. ഇത് മതി. പക്ഷേ ഗെയിം സൗണ്ട് എത്ര ഇപ്പൊ കുറയ്ക്കുക? ഏറ്റവും താഴത്തിലാണ് കിടക്കുന്നത് ഗെയിം സൗണ്ട്. അറിയാത്ത ടീം നോക്കി മൂഞ്ചി പോയതിനിപ്പോ.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. It's all!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Neymar. He's had a shot! Maldini gets it clear. He's missed, but not by that far.
Cantona usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Bayer Leverkusen with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cannavaro can get it clear. And now they can string out a defence. That's been slipped through. Decent chance! And it's a goal!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Bayer Leverkusen are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's a danger. Goes for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's a mighty effort! That has been knocked clear. Bayer Leverkusen are looking to go forward now. Neymar is the key defender on that occasion. And it's Messi. Looking for options for movement. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Rivaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. There's the header. Oh,
that's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Bayer Leverkusen have the chance to go the other way. Cannavaro goes back to front. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's put paid to a promising move. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's an imaginative pass. Well, they've got it again. Threads one in. It's played through for him. He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar's cross.
നെയ്മർ
That's just
കൊള്ളിച്ചു.
playing it safe and simple. Bayer Leverkusen truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And here's Cantona. And now they can clear their lines. And here's Cantona. Messi. And Messi! And he thumps it clear. And here's Cantona. He's found a way past. Plenty to aim at here. And a chance!
എടാ അതെന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നതാടാ?
This time surely! It's going to
കൊണ്ടക്കത്ത
go a long way.
എന്തുമാതിരി
And
സേവാണ്
with
കിട്ടുന്നത്.
that, the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Just a quick announcement.
Well,
We
let's
would
not
like to
beat about the
inform
bush,
you that
Peter. It's been
CCTV is
fairly
now in
flat, and the
operation for
supports
your
have had
safety.
little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked,
Substitution in progress.
and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the second half gets underway.
Bayer Leverkusen really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And he was quick to react. And that's really well manoeuvred. Messi. He's a sharp little ball here.
ഒന്നും മറക്കാവണില്ലല്ലോ കുട്ടിയെ.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one. That looks a good ball through. Pirlo.
This is the time you need that pace.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quieting him down
Yeesh.
now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
അവൻ
You
ഒറ്റ
know,
ത്രൂ
the
ബോളാണ്
interest
അവൻ
value in this
പൊട്ടിക്കണത്
game
തന്നെ.
might just take off from here.
Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
എന്താ ഡിഫൻസ് പൊട്ടാത്തെ?
Now it's Rivaldo. Oh, that is a chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. No luck with that dink over
ഇങ്ങനെ
the top.
നോമ്പിത്തരം കാണിക്കരുത് കേട്ടോ.
Costa Curta. Cruyff. And it's Messi. And the through ball. He has found the way through. Neymar! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's got that all wrong and it's a penalty. And that is a
Sando
huge
Joshi,
moment
hi bro,
in the
hello.
context of the game.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 11.
Bayer Leverkusen with this to level it up.
Number 10. Messi.
Formality, we're level.
അവസാനം ഗോൾ അടിച്ചു. എത്ര
Not
ചാൻസ്
a
ആണ്
twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And Batistuta! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
It's their second corner of the game.
നേരത്തെ ഒരു കോർണറാണ് അണ്ണാക്ക് കിട്ടിയത്.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Now it's Batistuta. Looking to play him in.
നല്ല കളി.
And time is up. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks.
ഛേ, എന്ത് കഷ്ടാണ്. ആരും ക്വാളിറ്റി ഇല്ല ലാപ്പ്. ഇത് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ടെസ്റ്റ് സ്ട്രീം ആയിരുന്നു, വലിയ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇനി ഞാനേ ഈവനിങ് വരാം, എന്തായാലും ഈ ക്വാളിറ്റിയും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വൈകുന്നേരം വരാം. ഓക്കെ.